Hi, this is Adam Buker, and you're watching Music Philosophy, the podcast that connects music to life. Well, as you know, I've been on hiatus, but now I've moved into the studio, so now I've got things pretty much set up like I like it. That being said, just recently I went to St. Louis and saw the Union Avenue Opera's production of Il Trovatore by Giuseppe Verdi. I thought the show as a whole was fantastic. The soprano part just blew me away, how she could hit those high notes, especially in the second act. And overall, the cast and the chorus and everyone did a wonderful job. I really did feel the drama of the show, even though the plot moves very quickly and is sometimes hard to follow, especially if you're somebody that's never really been to an opera before. And one of the cool things that the Union Avenue Opera does is that rather having the text of the opera appear in the program, they show a slide of it right at the, like, if you visualize this as the stage, there's two little screens on each side where you can follow the English translation while you're watching the opera. I found this to be really convenient because that way I didn't have to take my eyes off the stage to really understand what was going on. And so I thought this was really neat. I don't know if there are other opera companies that do this, but I thought it was a really great idea. The only weak part for me in the opera was the tenor, the main tenor role. Basically, I think his technique was a little off in spots, and I know of one instance where he was supposed to hit a high C, and it lacked conviction, it lacked power, and it lacked the drama that it needed in that spot. Count de Luna, however, I'll have to disagree with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch review on this because I thought his performance was wonderful, and in some ways I think he kind of stole the show as far as the male leads are concerned. Anyway, it was an excellent show, and if I'm definitely planning on going back at some point to watch more Union Avenue Opera. Speaking of opera, watching this performance, I've decided to take my own hand at writing my own opera. And right now, I'm still figuring out what I want to do as far as the plot, because I've decided that the libretto for this opera is going to be completely original. What I haven't decided is whether or not I'm going to have the final libretto in English or decide to find somebody to translate it into another language. My thoughts are at this point is try it in English first. And maybe for my next opera, I can, if I decide I like this first opera, I'll try a different language. As far as the plot goes, there's still many details, so I'm not really going to talk much about the plot yet until things further develop. So as far as that goes, I'm treading into territory that's very new to me as a composer, since generally I work with purely instrumental pieces. But I find the challenge of opera fascinating as it unites both a literary narrative as well as music. And trying to combine both, I think, is going to be a very fascinating experience. I don't know if I'll quite succeed at this, but I think it's worth giving a shot. On to other news. I'm still working on Majestic, and actually, I have a new version of that ready to download. It'll be posted on my website shortly after this podcast goes up, so you'll be able to go to my website and check out what changes I've made. Just post a comment here or send me a message on YouTube and let me know what you think. All right, you guys have a great afternoon. Peace out.